signs in the sun, moon, and stars. Mazzaroth Decoded 13. Welcome back, family. Here we go. Let's do this. We're back on Stellarium. Welcome back. We are hunting the signs in the Mazzaroth, and we have two more signs. Very important happening today. 310. We're looking at 49p, a rend, regao, a comet. And this comet is marking the head of Cetus. And I just found this comet when I was doing my work on Letitia. And I don't have the comet codes for this yet, but I will put them up in the community section later today. This is 49p, a rend, regao, and it is again marking the head of Cetus, the great whale. And we also have Letitia, marking the head of Cetus on the exact same day. And so let's watch this comet. Let's go ahead and back out and let's watch this comet transition through the head of Cetus, and we can see that it comes out. Let's go ahead and look at the exact timing of this transition. And give me a sec while we get this pulled up. So we're looking at the 17th. We can see here on the 17th of March, this comet exits the head of Cetus. And we are getting a very important sign in the heavens. We can see how this is working hand in hand with asteroid Letitia. And we can see that both of them are marking the head of Cetus. So here on the 10th, we have a Letitia aligning. And let's go ahead and look at asteroid Letitia. The codes here for asteroid Letitia aligning with Cetus the whale. Holy double 8, September 9th. Remember, September 9th is the date that Jupiter exited the womb of Virgo. It also happens to be my sister's birthday. Follow the rabbit. The Messiah is coming. Comet Nishimura. Pyramid portal. The message to Laodicea. Bible code is true. Aquarian dragon. Remember who's in Aquarius. Saturn. Escape planet Earth. Obama, Islamic sodomite. Satan's prodigy. Satanic cult leader. Serpent disease. Satanic vessels. Israel, Jerusalem, the trump of God, and Anunnaki connected. So we can see exactly what that's pointing to. It is very important for us to understand this language because we are in the constellation of the sea serpent. It's also called the whale. It holds the bands of the two houses of the fish. And as if you've been following me, then you know that we just had the signs of DeVita, and we were tracking multiple signs with comets and asteroids that keep marking the head of this uh, great sea beast. And this is a wonderful sign in the heavens. Again, I just found this comet, so I won't have codes for it, but it is definitely involved in the signs that we're looking at. I haven't had a chance to run this forward. I don't want to go too long into the future, but let's look really quick where this comet ends up going over the month of March. So we can see here now it's coming out on the 17th, and it's doing a very important transition, family. I did not know this. Again, we're looking at, if you look at who is let's look at this because this is very special here. I didn't have this, family. I just found this comet. And what do you know? We have, look at this, family. Look at this connection. We're looking at asteroid Davida. And this comet, again, I was just talking about Davida, and now we have this comet that is definitely marking Davida or David. Again, this what is basically what I look at as a David and Goliath kind of moment. And these are the stones that are cast to take down the giant. And now we're looking at this comet aligning with Gamma Tauri. And if you remember, we also have um, you're not even going to believe this. It's not showing up here in the field. Um, so once I get through this, and we're going to jump right to there next. It's just as unbelievable. We have, remember, family, we were just looking at asteroid Davida involved in the signs of Cetus. Now we're looking at this comet, Aren Regau, and now it's lining up with Gamma Tauri. And this is the head of the bull, Taurus. This is definitely a judgment sign. This is very, very important, and I'm glad I found this at the last moment. I'll do some codes on this, and we should expect to see some really amazing things out of this. But again, this comet is associated with the war in heaven, and this alignment with the head of Taurus is very important. This is 49P Arend Regau. And let's go ahead and just track it back again. Let's watch this motion. And it's striking the head today on the 10th. It's there until the 17th. And then it goes straight into the constellation of Taurus and makes its alignment with Gamma Cauri. And that's very important in this language because, again, we're looking at the war in heaven over this Cetus beast, and Taurus is a sign of judgment. And let's now go to Jerusalem. And let's go ahead and go back to right here, family. This is another one of our signs coming up tomorrow. And this is just unbelievable. We're now seeing Jerusalem aligned with Gamma Tauri. This is unmistakable language, family. You can't make these things up. Tomorrow we see Jerusalem aligned with the head of the bull. And this is vitally important celestial information and signs because we're looking at a transition of Jerusalem into judgment. This is very important for the house of Judah and the people living in the land of Israel. This is a sign of judgment. 3 days later, on Purim, we have a blood moon eclipse, another sign of judgment. And these are all connected signs. And so let's look at the codes for asteroid Jerusalem. Pleasing to Jesus K. Sleeper is awakened, MK. Your blood is key. Volcanic eruption. See, I call angels of power. The earth will shake. The everlasting Father. 777. The great solar flash. Love is the answer. The one I love is called. Jesus' second coming. Resurrection Day. We are all God's children. Delivering truth, okay? The holy warrior, Pastor and Pollux, California earthquake, rebuild Tower of Babel. This is involved in the signs that we're looking at. We know that the Jews want to build a physical temple again. We know that the governments of the world are attempting to rebuild the Tower of Babel with the CERN and Alice colliders. A lot of people don't understand a lot of these connections, but it's all connected, family, and we have a judgment sign here connected to Jerusalem. And if you also remember in I believe it was the 2017 eclipse of the seven Salems, and that was a sign to America over seven Salems. And we can look at that as uh, a sign of the seven. And now we have Jerusalem aligning with the head of the bull on 311. And these are all very important encoded star language that is vital for us to understand as we transition into the what I would consider the end of the end times, and we're looking at the possibility of the tribulation turning into high gear. And this is very important language. It's a warning to the people in Israel to prepare yourselves for a great war. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at Veselov. And we're going to get Veselov. Okay, family, here we are just after the midnight hour. We're looking at asteroid Veselov. And this is an important alignment. Veselov is lined up with the claw of Cancer, and the claws of Cancer are considered harvest tools. And you can see who is between the claws of Cancer is the moon, and she is transitioning through the constellation of Cancer. And let's look at our time again. We are 19 minutes into the 11th. Let's look at Veselov codes. This is asteroid Veselov equals, this is true Jesus Messiah, the one on the great white throne, the Magus, the wisdom of the ages, be the wedding of the Lamb, JC, Tower of David, Yahweh, Yaldabaoth, number of a man, Barack Obama, COVID mind worm, the perfect storm, two witnesses, the children of Israel, decode Jesus' arrival, the beginning of the end. Mary Magdalene revealed. Philadelphia Phillies, what a time to be alive. And family, if you had the opportunity to see all the things that I see in the Mazzaroth, uh, this is the most incredible time ever in history to be witnessing the heavenly signs. I have been doing this for a very long time, and this to me is the most exciting stuff I've ever seen. The things that the other watchmen are putting out in videos, and all of these watchmen coming to the same time frame with all these different codes and from these different angles. It's showing you that our master is able to lead all of his sheep into the pen um, through his own way. And that is a giant variety of ways, and it's just beautiful, family. So the beginning of the end, Mary Magdalene revealed, Philadelphia Phillies. We can see all of these things are tied to what we've been talking about. We just had Philadelphia win the Super Bowl. Now we have this baseball team, Philadelphia. What a time to be alive, family. I will live in heaven. Sophia is the queen. Yeshua, my love. Jesus, miracle, healing, reverse the curse. The codes are just wonderful for this asteroid. And we can see that we're getting a very important with a sign with the moon right on the border of the Cancer constellation. And again, the moon is the archangel Gabriel, is the ruler of the moon, and Gabriel is the messaging angel. And this is a great message to the harvest because Cancer is a harvest sign. Again, Cancer has the manger, Prasepe, this cluster called Prasepe, the beehive cluster is also called the manger. And in the ancient times, this wasn't depicted as a crab, it was a scarab beetle family, and it was involved in the signs of resurrection. And if we look here, our good friend Amphitrite just showed up. And wouldn't you know it, Amphitrite is the sign for Mary Magdalene family. Amphitrite equals Mary Magdalene. And if we go to, she might disappear really quick, but I want you to look at the location. Okay, she stayed. So she is in the house of Leo and has been in the house of Leo through all of these signs that we've been getting for a long time, family. She was even in the heart of Leo for a while. So we're looking at a very important sign here. The moon is a representation of the bride. Amphitrite is also a representation of the bride, Mary Magdalene. And this is vital, vital information in the heavens presenting itself to us. We don't have an alignment with Amphitrite, so I'm not doing codes on that, but you can see the alignment for yourself. Okay, so now we have uh, Veselov and Letitia and Jerusalem. Let's go to the East. Let's go to Pisces. What we're going to be looking at here is Giacobini Zinner, and this comet has been involved in all kinds of signs, family. This comet is, I'm going to be doing more work on this comet because of what I found, but we don't have time in this video. We're going to try to keep these Mazzaroth decodes a little shorter, much easier to just take a couple bites and then you'll be able to digest it a lot easier instead of these hour-long or hour-plus long other videos that I've been doing. I'm trying to keep the Mazzaroth ones under 40 minutes and trying to keep them even closer to 30 minutes. So here we have 21P Giacobini Zinner. We're lining up on the 10th today with the head of the Eastern fish. And let's watch Giacobini transition through the head. Let's see here. It exits here on the 15th, and we have a great sign in the heavens. We also have 3P Soho These two have been seeming to work together and transitioning through the heavens together. They must be part of the same um, ancient comet group, and they are moving together through the heavens. So they must be connected by what was probably a larger comet that broke up as it came around the sun. And that's how these comets, when you see them traveling together, like all the Watchmen comets, when they do that, that usually means that they were a larger body. They come around the sun too close sometimes and they break up, but they continue to have their same orbit, and these two look to be working together. So we're looking at the head of the eastern fish. This is a great warning, uh, what I consider a warning between the 10th and the 15th today. And the 15th is a warning to the eastern fish. And this is the fish that is living in the world, family. And that's why all of these signs have been happening in the eastern fish. This sign is, and you can see that this fish is heading back into the water stream of Aquarius. And the water stream goes into the underworld, family. This is not a good sign. Some people go, oh, it's going to Aquarius. It's going to the age of Aquarius. There's some New Age people who teach that this fish is going to the age of Aquarius. This fish is going into the underworld, family. This is a sign of tribulation because the whale's tail is right there underneath the fish, and the fish is missing the Pegasus wing, and it doesn't reach the Pegasus wing. It comes underneath the Pegasus wing and ends up back in the water stream, which means it goes into the underworld beneath the ecliptic and is associated with the southern fish. So, in my opinion, this is a warning sign in the heavens. Let's go look at Giacobini, Zinner. Comet codes. Calculate the rapture. Lord God, bring the rapture. Matrix 11:11. Glorify the Son of Man. The message across all land and sea. The Ark of the Covenant. The tale of Mary Magdalene. Heaven's royal family. Venus in Aquarius. Coronal mass ejection. Anunnaki sky gods. December 28th. The seals are open of the scroll. A destroy fallen angels key. Satan's legion are the Titans. Planetary caretaker. Encrypted gematria code. A new heaven and new earth. Trump made the Kool-Aid. The incarnation of Enki. Decode, here comes Pluto. The aeon of infinite law. Family, these codes are screaming at us. We're about to enter into the tribulation, and many are still asleep, even in the church. They are just stuck in the world. And from my perspective, many in the church believe that Donald Trump is uh, like a Christ figure, and he's here to rescue them. And I don't see it this way. I see it as a sign of tribulation. And when the church begins to align with the Jews and with the politics and the governments of the world, it's a very scary sign. And so that's what I see happening. I see an alignment happening. Um, it's sort of scary. So what we're going to do now is we're going to our next sign, and let's see here. We have on the 11th. I believe it's at the end of the day. Let's go back over here. Um, so we're looking at here. We can see that the sun is directly above the planet Saturn, and we are in transition. Let's do this. Um, let's see if I can do this without too many problems. I'm trying to stay within these. Okay, so we can see this here. This is the border of, see, I knew it was going to do that. Okay, so this is going to be difficult to keep these lines here. Um, okay, so now we're not aligned. We don't have the sun over, but we can see the sun transitioning on the 12th, and we can see a very special sign coming up. Let's go ahead and click out of. So we can see Giacobini Zinner that's right above in the head. And we're going to go ahead and center on the sun. And I didn't even have this comet pulled up because I'm just, this is going to be another sign coming up. I have this on the next decode. So we're looking at the transition of 323P Soho, and we'll just go ahead and watch this transition, and then we have an occultation. So Soho is occulted on the 14th, and it's involved in our signs here. We have an alignment on the 11th. If we move forward, we can see an alignment here with Saturn, and then we also have an alignment on the 14th with Saturn here. And we can see how this comet is involved in this sign, and so is 21P Giacobini. These are all very important signs because the sun is transitioning into the house of Pisces on the 12th. So let's go ahead and look at that, and we can see how the sun is now transitioning on the 12th into the house of Pisces. Very, very important language. The bridegroom is now moving into the house of the fish and is moving out of Aquarius, and now Saturn again takes the ruling position of the house. And that is another sign of judgment. And we can see how this eastern fish is going back into that water stream during the time that Saturn is in the ruling position of the house of Aquarius. So we want to make sure that we get all of this language in for this decode. We have the sun is guiding us with our timing of the escape of the bride. It's showing us the sun transitioning into the house of the fish. And we will be bringing forward the rest of the signs we should be back on the 14th for Mazzaroth Decode 14 to bring forward the rest of the signs. This should cover us until the 14th. We're looking at some very, very important signs. I'm sorry. We'll be back on the 12th. I'm just showing the signs until the 12th. And then I have a bunch more signs on the 12th and the 13th. So we will be back with Mazzaroth Decode 14 on the 12th at some point. Much love, family. Thanks for coming. Mazzaroth Decode 13.